Wow, take a look at that moon tonight. Sure is beautiful, shining bright there in the sky tonight. This might be a good evening for a Tommy Travels Night Chat. Well, hello there, and welcome to another beautiful night for a Tommy Travels Night Chat right here on Tommy Travels the Second. I think Night Chat, Tommy Travels Night Chat is what this segment is going to be called. We had a very successful one last night. I thought, hey, that was really fun. Let's do it again tonight. And so night chats are going to be all about those types of conversations you have late at night with people around a campfire or at home. Just the different things that where you contemplate life and space is what we're going to be talking about here tonight. UFOs, to be more specific. Do you believe in them? Or do you not believe in them? You think it's a load of bull, honky. I don't know. That's what we're going to be talking about. So if you are brand new to this channel, go ahead and hit subscribe so you don't miss out on a thing. And we'll be back right after this. And so I want to start off this conversation by first saying I personally have never seen a UFO. I've never been abducted by aliens, and I don't have any stories of a personal nature to tell on the subject. And I'm going to keep my thumbnail fairly generic. It'll just say like UFOs or UFO talk or something like that. I'm going to try not to imply that I've got a personal story about it, because I don't. So if you saw the thumbnail and you mistakenly thought that this was going to be about a deal where I saw a UFO or something like that, it is not. But if you have, or if you believe in UFOs, I would love to hear from you in the comments. So if you're interested in that type of a conversation, please stick around. And so my first question is, have you ever seen a UFO? And I'm asking that because I would love to hear your story in the comments below if you have. I can't really identify that. Every time I look up in the sky, I see stars, maybe a satellite. That's a little strange if you see one. They're really tiny and they move, but it's all in a specific direction. It can all be explained. Maybe I have confused a helicopter with a plane a time or two late at night or something like that, but I've never seen anything where it's been like, yep, that is a UFO. And so if you've had that experience, I would love to know about it. And I can kind of identify with it a little bit in the fact that I have seen a ghost in my lifetime. And if you saw last night's video, you've heard the story about that already. So I'm not going to go into it here. And that's got to be a little bit similar in the fact that it's something you can hardly believe even happened to you in the first place, and then to tell other people about it, that's got to be a little strange as well. And it's always something that you think about throughout your life, and so I'm thinking that that type of experience has to be kind of the same thing. So if you've got an experience like that, let me know. I would love to hear about it. And so my next question is, do you believe in UFOs or not believe in them? And if so or not, why or why not? It's kind of a weird thing to say. But I am of the belief that they do exist out there. I can't, or at least I can't say that I don't believe in them, because I don't think we can say that. We don't know what's all out there. When you consider the vastness of the universe and what we know about it, it's kind of like looking in the garage and saying cars don't exist because you don't see a car in your garage. That's about the scope that we're dealing with. And so think about it this way. There are vast oceans right here on Earth that we know very little about. Surprisingly little. There is so much information yet to be discovered in our own oceans that are completely accessible to us here on Earth. So to be able to say in the entire known and unknown universe and all of its vastness, that with 100% certainty we can say there is no such thing as UFOs and there are no alien life forms out there that could be more intelligent than us, I just don't think that you can say that. There's just no way that we can know that right now. Now, if you do believe in aliens, I'd be curious to know about that too. Like, why do you believe in aliens? Because you've seen one? You already know I want to hear about that. But what's your theory about alien life forms? Is it because the vastness of the universe thing that we just talked about? Or is it something else? And the reason that I say that is I do have a theory about that, which I'll get into in a minute. But one of the things that people who say they don't believe in UFOs or aliens is that, well, how come if they can get down here into our atmosphere and hover above cities and things like that, why is it that they haven't landed in Washington or on the 50-yard line of the Super Bowl or made themselves known to us then? They're coming here, they're visiting. How come we can only get blurry pictures of them in most cases? Why? If they're that common, if they're out there, why don't we know about it? Why isn't everyone seen one? So that question had me stumped for a long time too, because I always thought, if the aliens are going to go through all of that effort to travel across the vast universe and see Earth and even get down into our atmosphere, why wouldn't they take the extra step and, take us over? Or introduce themselves. Hi there, we're aliens. Check out our technology. I don't know why they sound like that, but they do in my head. So I didn't understand that, but somebody much smarter than I am came up with a theory that made sense to me. And that theory was, what if someday in the very distant future, we humans come up with time travel and then decide we want to come back and see how we did things in this little era. And we don't want to screw up the space-time continuum because we saw Back to the Future, so we can't interact with ourselves. We can only watch. We can only see what was going on, and we have to get the heck back to our time. That's an interesting thought. That seems to make sense to me. And so I wonder what your thoughts are on that theory, or if you've got any other theories about why these aliens would show up but not really announce themselves to us, or just fly away every time we see them. That's all they do. Why? And so really, that's just what I want to know. Have you ever seen a UFO? And do you believe in UFOs? And if so or not, why or why not? I just want to get a good conversation started in the comments section. And I think UFOs is a good one because I think there's a lot of varying opinions and theories about them. So I'd be interested to know what your theory is. But I think we can all agree on one thing. NASA, stop saying it's weather balloons, please. We never buy it. It just doesn't make any sense. It's like we would have to believe that they're sitting around at NASA going, hey, I've got an idea. Let's go to a major city and launch a whole bunch of weather balloons in a very specific pattern and have it hover right above that in a very specific order that makes it look like a spaceship or a series of spaceships. And tens of thousands of people will see it and report it. That's a brilliant idea. And then we'll say it's weather balloons because it really was. Stop it with the weather balloons, NASA. Please. Well, you guys, this has been a very successful Tommy Travels Night Chat right here on Tommy Travels the Second. Hey, and if you've got ideas too as far as what other topics I should cover on these chats, I would love to hear about it because I will definitely incorporate them in if you give me a suggestion for something cool to talk about on these. And I've really done nothing but ask you to leave comments in the comment section for this whole video. But if you liked this video, go ahead and hit like on my YouTube channel. Go ahead and hit subscribe and the little bell notification next to it so you can be the first to know when a new adventure comes out. And you guys, this has been an absolute blast and an interesting and fun conversation. Thank you so much for the support that you've given me so far. And until next time, I hope to catch you on the flip side. I always thought, if